Podcast time, everyone, and let's see how long we can go without coughing.
Not as much. I don't know if it's better today or was it worse today.
Can you tell? I can't tell either. See,
I feel like it might have kind of been a little worse.
I feel like I had a period where it was getting better.
Yeah.
And now it's not so great.
So coughing does make an appearance. It's almost like we're not condoning a drinking game, but maybe like a juice or a water drinking game. Not even coffee, because at that point you'll have too much. But it's like that, or I don't know, just an Easter egg hunt to find all the coughing in the show.
It's a lot. There's a lot of coughing.
And there's way more you didn't even get to hear in the podcast.
So true. Like, a lot of it will probably get cut out, but I'll tell you, there was a lot of it. Today in the podcast, we talk about Destiny 2, trying to fix Nikki's mic, the real origin of coleslaw. And I feel like that's probably the most important thing that we're going to have for you today.
If you listen to anything in this podcast, you must at least make it to that.
Yeah. A couple of
We share a secret family recipe.
Absolutely. See what...
Wait, let me get a drink.
Hang on. Let's see. First world problems, fixing a cold, Christmas stuff. And I'll tell you what, something that I kind of... Two things, actually. All right. One, we talk about scromiting, which is...
a new word.
Everybody's going to be doing it soon. This is your chance to get on the ground floor of a new craze.
Scromiting.
The other thing we talk about is I signed up for Movie Pass, but I feel like it took me getting to the end of the show and looking back that I now am recognizing some behavior. Sometimes I get in this mood where I'm just doing whatever sounds good. I think that might be where I'm at right now.
Sure, which is why you're just all like, yeah, I'll join Movie Pass, no problem. I'm going to 8 movies a week, even though there's only 7 days.
Not good, Nikki. Like, we got to hold back.
Well,
I also bought something I didn't tell you about. So, like, it was only $10.
Maybe the more you cough and the more you still don't feel well, the more that you're hoping that makes you feel better.
I get in this mood where, for whatever reason, consequences don't seem that important.
Sure.
And I'm just like,
not at that moment.
And then sometimes it's like a couple days later or whatever, I look back and it's like, what are you doing? We can't just buy whatever. You can't just sign up for Movie Pass.
Well, you did.
Well, I already know I'm going to the movies 3 times this month. It seemed reasonable. It's a savings, really.
Okay.
See?
I'm hearing you. I know what you're doing.
All right. Well, and I don't know if it's anywhere. Oh, it is in the podcast around the coleslaw, but we're getting hot chicken today. That's another place to go make some mistakes. Great idea.
Enjoy the podcast today. Don't forget Radio U Riot, our Facebook page. And we should be posting on our Radio U Riot YouTube channel today as well. We talked to Andrew from Project 86. If you missed that in yesterday's podcast, our interviews always go to our YouTube channel too.
Okay. Anything else?
Have a wonderful day. Here comes the real coughing in 3, 2, 1.
It's the riot.
Baby's crying. Nails on a chalkboard. Your girlfriend saying, we need to talk. The worst of the riot. Yep, it really is that bad. On Radio U.
Spending some time this morning with Nikki. We're going over the patch notes for Destiny 2 for the patch that hit yesterday.
I brought my notes, so I'm ready.
So, like, for example, slightly increased impact damage on lightweight single-shot grenade launchers.
I felt like that was a noticeable difference.
Mm-hmm. Slightly reduced the aim deflection of high-caliber rounds on auto rifles and scout rifles.
Also, good call.
I will say one patch note that hit me yesterday when I was playing. Look right here. It says, General, increased the damage dealt to bosses from super abilities. I got to tell you, last night I was using my super, and I was like, man, I totally killed that guy.
Like, I have the ability.
And I was like, how did that happen? Like, normally that wouldn't be enough, but right there, first note in the patch notes increased that.
So you got to play yesterday?
I did. If you guys didn't hear, Destiny 2 got their big patch yesterday. That there's an expansion pack that came out for it, for like DLC. I didn't buy that because I started over on the Xbox, and I started over last night. Was it last night, or had I already started over? I think I'd already started over, but I played more. And, they got the 4K patch. So now on the Xbox One X, you can play in native 4K.
On your 4K TV. So technically, like, that's the best at this current moment that you can get.
Well, I could do a little better on my PC, but I found out that, well, first off, my PC crashed, and I barely have it up and running again. So
no one's doing anything on that outside of the basic stuff.
The hours that I've spent fixing it. Oh, now, if you want to talk about a lot of fun.
That's been your destiny.
So much fun fixing it. Just really enjoyed it. But then I can't stream that. They won't let you stream it. And that's how I play. A lot of times, if I've got a game on my computer, I stream it upstairs to my TV, and it doesn't work. So I didn't do that. And I'm just playing on the Xbox.
Do you like it on that?
Yeah, you know what? It's pretty good. One of the great things about having a console is you just turn it on and it pretty much works. I can't understate how great that could be. Or I guess overstate. Like, so many times on my computer, I'm like, oh, I got to go redo this or whatever. And with I had to do the update yesterday, but other than that, it pretty much works. And that's pretty great. I like spending, hey, I've got an hour to play. How do you feel about 45 minutes of troubleshooting? What do you think about that? How about we restart it again, see if that fixes it? How do you feel about that?
Oh yes, I know when that happens too, it just pours.
Yeah. So you know what? I had a good time with it, and the thing I saw last night, my friends list was everyone was playing Destiny last night. Everybody was playing last night, checking out the patch and playing the new stuff. So hey, if you want to be Destiny friends, your best bet is to hit me up on Twitter at Obadiah Radio U, and I would say we'll play together, but I can already guarantee you that I'll never be playing when you're playing, because that's the way that works too.
Unless you're like, well, I seem to have the same work schedule as Obi.
Like one of my friends, he is also playing, and he was like, yeah, dude, like I should be on by 11. I'm like, oh gosh.
11 a.m. because I'm still working, but
no, like there's no 11 on the clock that's going to work unless it's the weekend.
Sure.
So
since it's down though, maybe that's why you can't. But you need to do a new Obadiah play soon.
I know. You know what?
It's been a while.
I haven't got anything new.
Well, I mean, remember the classic thing we talked about?
Yeah.
I'd love to see you pull up something that's your favorite.
I actually agree with you. I was thinking just the other day, like, man, I haven't done an Obadiah Plays in almost a month, which is way too long. But, I mean, in fact, it's been, I think Mario
Odyssey.
Might have done one thing after that, but it's been a while.
Mario Kart.
No, it was...
I'm teasing.
I did some VR stuff after that, but it's been a while. So, Nikki, you can't stream when your computer doesn't work.
True. And going back to our conversation a couple of minutes ago, that's not working.
I think, I basically now have Windows activated. Yeah.
You're really moving along.
Let me tell you what, that's a way bigger step than you think it was.
So if you want to catch up, though, on some of the Obadiah plays where you can watch him do some gameplay, some backup ones, you can find that through Radio U Riot on our YouTube channel, and they're also still at Radio U Riot on our Facebook page.
Mm-hmm. The Riot has a problem with authority.
It's a little rule. Maybe you're not familiar with it. Nobody tells me what to do, ever.
You guys aren't participating in the drama, but there's high drama in the studio this morning.
I think you made it work a little bit. It's staying, so it should be good. My mic arm, which holds my microphone,
in front of Nikki's face, it's important.
Not want to stay up this morning.
It really doesn't.
As in, I have to just keep holding it, which you're like, what's wrong with that? That doesn't really work.
You know what? Maybe I need... See that... Okay, first off, I came in here with, I don't even remember, this is a monkey wrench, I think.
Yeah.
I need a real...
Like a smaller one, or?
Yeah, and I can never get the size right. When you go to tighten down a nut and you're like, okay, I need this, whatever. I basically have to bring 40 different wrenches and I have to try each one. I can't just look at it and be like, well, that's a 40 millimeter.
You got that one.
I brought the quarter inch.
I think it's good enough for now if you don't want to tinker with it.
Oh, yeah, that feels good. That feels like the show. It's good enough for now.
It's like, don't touch it again.
Don't touch it.
It's staying up for the moment. So as long as it's up, let's just maybe leave it alone.
Okay, well, these tools that I have right here are what I'm going to refer to as a crappy temporary solution
to the problem. But I already emailed for a permanent solution to the problem.
You know what really needs to happen in this room?
What? If we need a new
mic arm?
We do. Yes,
we actually do.
That's obvious.
And I mean, I know that that's not something we like to do, buy things. We're listener supported, commercial free. We
don't want you to make us think like we're all just spendy. But my mic won't stay up.
Oh, man.
So
I'll just say, on the list of things where it's Probably better look into this.
I think so. I think that's a good call.
Because it's not just Nikki's mic. That's the same mic that gets used by Hudson.
Yeah.
Josh.
Mine's the main
Sydney,
mic.
Everybody. So, yeah. Probably better look into that.
But again, as long as they don't breathe on it or move too quick.
Yeah, you don't want to create
Or
any
touch the
wind.
table.
No wind. So, like, don't talk too loud. Don't move your arms too suddenly.
Oh, my gosh. Don't move, Mike. Don't move. Well, thank you for getting the tools and coming in and fixing it for me.
Temporary fix, Nikki, what I want you to start thinking of is I want you to start thinking of, like a lot of times in radio, we like to move the mics around. I'm going to need you to...
Stand still.
I'm going to need you to move. The mic is going to stay, and I'm going to need you to move.
But that doesn't work so well when I'm over here.
You know what? I still heard you great.
Okay,
still
it's fine even
great.
if I move
Absolutely.
around.
You project. That's the thing about you is like you just project. And so it's perfect.
All right, well, I won't touch anything else. I'm good. The mic's staying. But that is a problem that we're going to have to fix.
Also, have you ever seen Chris's toolbox in the NOC?
No, what does it look like?
It looks like a psychopath uses it because...
Why is it cluttered? Is it perfectly, wonderfully straight and everything's nice?
That's right.
That's great.
No, it bothers me.
Why do you have to have clutter in a toolbox? Why can't you be organized?
That sort of organization, to me, looks like a sick mind at work. Like one of those things where it's like, everything must be in its place!
Even if you are organized in every other area, your toolbox should be where it just all, like that could be your hidden...
It just looks to
your
me...
Your hidden shame.
When I look at it, it looks like someone that would be like, your face is messed up. I have to fix it. I have to keep working on your face until it's fixed.
It's an organized toolbox.
You know what? It strikes at the heart of who I am as a person. I'm just a walking trash dump. I just have stuff everywhere. Like, whatever.
But see, I expect your toolbox to be like that. I'm not questioning that. I assume it is.
I just go back there and it looks like a Craftsman display. Like, that's what it looks like. I'm like, Chris,
is the plastic still on at all?
Have you ever even used these tools? He's like, yeah, it's just for show. My real toolbox is over here.
The worst of the riot. Proof that you're already living in that dark future dystopia. Radio U.
Tell you what, I'm feeling some first world pressure that we're going to get into in a few minutes.
It's the riot. Good morning.
Hi. Hi. Let's get focused now. Question of the morning. Nikki and I are going to eat Nashville hot chicken later. Where's Nashville? Give me the state you can find Nashville in.
We went hard, I know, with this question of the morning.
Nikki, that's the riot slogan. Go hard.
You got
all
Jason.
Day.
You got Jason. He was first with your correct answer.
All right, Jason, what do you got?
Hey, good morning, Tennessee.
There
Tennessee,
you
are correct, sir.
You enjoy your riot gear. Thank you so much for listening today.
Thanks. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
Right,
bye-bye.
So that's the plan. Nikki and I are going to eat hot chicken today. And
are you going real hot or just like mild?
No, I was thinking, okay, they show you their chicken levels, kind of like difficulty levels in a video game. And so I'm going to go with, there's like the standard one. And I'm going to go one up from that.
Sure.
So like a level 4.
Level 4?
Yeah.
So not too hot?
So think veteran. All right.
Sure.
Like, so not all the way in.
If you get waffles, though, I think you can go a little spicier because then that complements each other.
Well, that's why I actually, I go back and forth on the hot stuff because sometimes I'm like, I want to burn my face off.
And then other times, you want to enjoy the chicken.
I just want to enjoy eating it.
And if you've had, there's different variations of Nashville hot chicken.
Yes.
And if you go too hot, then it can ruin it.
Oh,
because then they're going for show. They're showboating, and I don't like that.
You know what? I don't need to show off. What I want to do is enjoy my meal.
Are you getting the meal or just the chicken?
Well, I got to relook at the menu, but I'm thinking chicken and a waffle.
Waffle?
I don't need coleslaw. I know. Well, someone will throw up and blow their nose, mix it together, and put it on my plate.
Well, you ruined that for everybody. Not that I like coleslaw, but you ruined it.
This coleslaw is so good.
It's not throw up. It's like if you just had lettuce and mayonnaise and water, swished it up, and it came back out.
You chewed it and then spit it out.
And then it came back out into a little tiny cup.
Except not water. You were drinking milk.
Milk.
That's what it is.
Yes, I know. It's gross. And that's why it's always for free. I don't know why they do that.
I'll tell you why, because they're like, once the... Go coleslaw? And they're like, hey, we got all this leftover salad stuff, and we need
Chop it up.
Well, let's chop it up, put it in this bowl. Look, pay extra for the side. Now we got them paying us for leftovers. Look, just go through the trash and pick out all the lettuce, okay? We'll make that into the coleslaw.
That's someone's job right there.
Like, do you want to chop it up? That's a lot of work. Here, bring in these kids. We're going to feed them milk and salad and then just have them spit it out. Then they get a quarter. It's perfect.
Now you're like, that's not happening. Hey, have you seen some of the behind-the-scenes stuff at restaurants?
Have you seen coleslaw?
It could be very well it.
I mean, I think anybody could look at it and immediately come to the same conclusion we did.
I like with coleslaw, I always say no to it, and I actually ask them, don't put it on the plate because I just don't want to see it. Mm-hmm. And they're always like, oh, really? Like, really?
Yeah.
Don't even spoon it in the thing.
I don't want your lettuce vomit to touch the rest of my food.
Sure. So we're going to pass on that
nicely.
Tell them
no. See, no, I don't have to tell them. I'm telling you all that, but like when I go to the restaurant, I'll just say, oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, like I couldn't possibly.
But if they ask me to explain, well, why don't you want the coleslaw?
You won't go into the chewing, throw up, spit up thing that you just did.
Like, hey, how much time do you have? I'm going to explain to you where coleslaw comes from.
Why don't you pull up our podcast? We'll put this in our Worst of Riot daily podcast, which you can have for free.
Yeah, just you download it. It's Google Play, iTunes, or you can find it right there at riot.radiou.com.
Even on our Radio U Riot Facebook page and our YouTube channel, every day our Worst of Riot goes there.
Skip ahead a little bit. Listen to them talking about where coleslaw comes from.
This is why I don't want your coleslaw.
Here's why I don't want coleslaw. And
we'll be the bad people.
No offense. I'm sure it's great.
I'm sure yours is good.
Mm-hmm. You don't do this, but I can't run the risk.
We're really just interested in chicken today.
Could you hand me the chicken now, or do I get it later?
Nikki and Obadiah. Obadiah and Nikki.
Love, hate, hate, love.
All right, everyone in, let's go!
It's the Worst of the Riot on Radio U.
I wanted to talk about my first world problem, but can we talk about my other first world problem first?
Well, yeah, let's get to that one.
Oh, my gosh. This could be like a whole thing, like first world problems with Obadiah, and No, not that. Maybe the first world problems with Obadiah. No.
That's too cheerful.
You know, my depression light is blocking the... I wish you guys could see this, because it's like...
You use a light box, a lamp.
Oh, I do.
It's right there in the studio.
Can we get back and forget it? All right, it's a segment with no music. All right, everybody pretend this is the perfect music for Obadiah's first world problems. The exciting new segment on the Riot where Obadiah talks about his first world problems.
Some might say that's the whole Riot. Shh. But this is another segment.
We can talk about this another time, Nikki. Now, where were we? Oh! First world problems. What you guys may have heard us referencing over the last week, we haven't talked about it much, but it comes up every once in a while, and that's that I'm constantly hacking and coughing up phlegm all the time.
You're still trying to get over a sinus infection or a cold.
So I just want to throw this out there. We're going to group source this problem. Text 8772-RADIO-U. Now, my antibiotic ends tomorrow, and you'll be happy to know that my phlegm is no longer coleslaw colored. It is now...
Why do I need to know that? Why do you have to tell us that?
It's important because it's
in the topic.
Well, yeah, because it's all clear, which means that it's most likely that the infection is kind of gone.
Sure.
So it's not like I need to call the doctor and continue this antibiotic parade.
Okay, we're following along.
So what do you do now? I'm still Obadiah's House of Phlegm. But, like, it's not an infection.
Now comes the part where you'll do anything just to feel better, and you start bargaining with your body.
Yeah.
You want to call the doctor, but there's nothing the doctor will do, and they'll think you're a baby.
Yeah.
Like, nothing.
Well, that's why I'm whining to you guys. I'm just wondering if anybody else... A, has had this problem, and B, did you find a solution, or was the answer just suffering?
Everybody has this problem when all your medicine runs out and you're not better yet.
Oh, man, I feel like we're writing a song when all the medicine's gone, but you still aren't right.
Is that a country song?
Something.
Is that a hardcore song?
Could be. Could be all of it.
Now you got to double down with all the home remedy stuff you find online.
Yeah. Well,
you're like, if you mush this banana and you
put it in your nose.
Yeah, when I had when my asthma kicked up last year really bad when I was sick.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, put this banana in the microwave, but it has to be an old banana, like certain days. Just like
bring me an old banana and a young banana.
But you know what? You're like, I'll do it.
Okay. Sure.
I'll try anything.
As long as it stops the coughing.
Turn it clockwise. You'd have to mush it clockwise.
Now, if you mush it counterclockwise, this is not going to work.
Let's do it the right way and follow the ancient text that I have found online.
You're so right. And you put some apple cider vinegar on it.
Yes, but this is what you do now. This is the part of the sickness.
Okay, now I just had somebody text. They said, try a neti pot. I got a neti pot. We're way past that. Here's the problem with the neti pot. The neti pot is great at getting your sinuses on the front end. This is all on the back end. It's like it's
your lungs.
Post-nasal drip into the throat, maybe a little in the lungs. It's hacking and coughing at all hours of the days and night.
Did you get a nose spray?
Yeah, I mean, I got nose sprays. What kind do you want? I got colloidal silver. I've got a steroid. I got a non-steroid. I've got a banana crushed clockwise from the fruit of the old and the young.
Nose.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of nose spray do you want?
Well, I forget the time.
I've even got Afrin. You can only use that for 3 days, and then you get addicted.
That's the one where you get addicted to it. If you try that, and they're very sparingly.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just crowdsourcing my first world problem. If anybody knows how to make it stop.
Then normally that's what you see your doctor about, but we're past that. Because, again, the doctor won't do anything.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm still sick.
He's just like, listen.
You're embarrassed.
We love charging your insurance company for all these little chats we're having. But the reality of it is
you're just sick.
There's nothing we can do for you.
No, this is what it gets down to. And every time you and I get sick, and we're sick for a while, and it's at the end, no one else deals with this part really, but we talk for a living.
The talking.
The talk makes you cough. The cough never goes away, and your family starts to wonder, why are you still sick?
Okay.
Because it's been forever. And they're
true.
like, why don't you just go to the doctor? The doctor tells you to stop talking, but you can't stop talking. And we're in a circle.
It is. It's
like
the circle of
banana
life.
that you mush.
A clockwise circle.
Okay?
Hey, what's up?
There's nothing you can do.
Julie says honey and cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of honey mixed with 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon, eat 3 times a day.
That sounds delicious.
I don't know if it'll help it, but it sounds really good.
That sounds like a great idea.
Lisa says albuterol inhaler. Alan says, where'd you go, Alan? Cut your nose off.
Oh, no, but it's his lung stuff. It's not just his nose.
That's interesting. Alan, I don't feel like you're being very helpful right now. I'll tell you what I think would be great. What if, and I mean, we need to reduce the power a little bit, but what if I altered the vacuum? So I just put my mouth on the thing, and I just, for a second,
suck it out.
I just let it suck out whatever.
That's last resort. Yep, he died.
How did he
sucked out
die?
his lung.
Counterclockwise vacuuming.
I told you don't do it that way.
You have to do it clockwise.
My favorite part of the worst of the riot, when they shut up and the music starts. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
It's time for everyone's favorite segment, Obadiah's First World Problems.
Now
Obadiah talks about his first world problems.
You already had your time with that.
I told you it was back to back.
Oh, you have 2?
Yeah, we started that by saying that I had 2.
I forgot.
Yeah.
So what's your
a lot of
second?
other people, and that's the sound of them going to listen to something else.
What's your second one?
Okay, this is like real talk. My mom called me and woke me up from a nap yesterday because I'm sick and I sleep, so I was really glad that once I'd finally gotten to sleep, Mom was there, to wake me up.
And what was the call concerning?
She wants me to give her something to buy me for Christmas. She's like, you have to come up with something. And I know what everybody's going to say. It's like, have your mom give your gift to someone else because Christmas is the season of giving. Look, my mom's not going to do that. My mom wants to buy me a gift for Christmas.
She wants a present?
Yeah. And here's the problem.
I have an idea.
Really? Already?
Yeah, I have an idea.
Didn't even discuss my problems and you already have a solution? I didn't ask you to fix me, Nikki. I want to talk about my problems, all right? Every time I bring something up, you just immediately jump to fixing me instead of what I want you to do is be with me and listen to me.
You just want me to hear it?
Hear my problem. I want to know that you feel my problem too.
I obviously do. I'm here.
Yeah, but you didn't even hear it. You just jumped right to it.
Your birthday and Christmas. I hear your problem with it. You never know what you want someone to get you.
You guys feel like maybe I'm a burden to Nikki right now?
At holidays.
You feel like maybe it's just too much for her? She's, I already have your solution. Gosh.
Well, no, I just thought of an idea.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Why don't you get a gift card to the movie theater you like to go to?
She doesn't want to get a gift card.
Well, that's different. That's because you can't buy tickets, in advance like that.
I know.
So
I know.
That and maybe put it in a little popcorn tin. Someone gave me that, and then it's got like cookie or a couple of little snacky things in there, and it looks like it's a movie theater thing.
That's nice.
Yeah. That's
nice. So call my mom and be like, all right, now first you need a 10. Then I need you to go out and buy a lot of different snacks just to kind of
My snacks.
All right. And then
put a gift card in there.
I need you to go to this theater now. Just this one. Don't give me that AMC trash. All right. I got my own place I like to go. And
he's comfortable there.
No, but that's the thing. It's like if I find something, like was it last year, I came up with a couple of movies. I was like, here, Mom, I like these movies. And so like she goes to Best Buy. They don't have them. The guy tells her that it's not even available. And I'm like, oh, gosh. No.
Your mom doesn't know what to do.
No, of course she doesn't know.
Does.
My mom doesn't know. And so it's just like, you know what, Mom, just never mind. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So I don't know. Like, should I just ask for socks?
Socks, sure.
What do you think? Like socks?
We talked to Andrew from Project 86 yesterday.
Socks?
And yes, for new music. And we thought, well, hopefully we'll talk to him at Christmas time. And we should have asked him what he wanted for Christmas.
We should have asked him what he wanted. But, and I've reached, I don't know. Like, I know first world problem. I told you. It's a first world problem. I have so much that I don't want anything. Why? Now I have to make up something that my mom can buy me for Christmas.
You mentioned your computer's not been working. Why don't you send her to go get some parts for it and see how that goes? Like a hard drive?
I want to get a new motherboard for my computer. Now, I need you to go to the Micro Center, and here's a serial number for the one that I want.
Just see how that goes.
I'm sure that'll be great.
All right, so you want us to come up with ideas, maybe?
I just wanted to share my problem.
You just want to talk about it?
Yeah, I thought maybe we could, I could gain some emotional strength from the sharing.
That, or I didn't know you wanted a workshop or something.
Well, I'll tell you, if anybody's got any ideas, I need to send my mom to the Santa's workshop thing at the mall so she can get me something. She got me a jar that has, like, coupons for free hugs. And kisses.
But you might want something else this year.
Waking up with the Riot makes your nightmares not seem so bad. Actually, you might want to just go back to sleep. Radio U.
Nikki, I got to know if you heard about this yesterday. Did you read an article in the news yesterday that made you go, oh my gosh, this sounds like something Obadiah would love? Did you?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't recall catching one.
Okay, because there's a new word. This is a new word. Everybody, this is word of the day. Okay, we get a chance to learn a new word. And I saw it yesterday. I was like, well, that's not real. It's not real. That's just something.
Is it perfect for you?
I'm telling you right now that I saw this yesterday. I was like, okay, I got to do some digging and see, because this is a parody news site. Someone's making it up and they're sending it to make me. No, it's real. Now, here's the deal. It's technical word, like it's, doctors, you go to the thing and they're like, what do you have? It's cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome. And they say they don't really understand it, but it's a condition that they think stems from your body being oversaturated by cannabinoids. So in other words, you're in Colorado, maybe Oregon, and you're on a little weed vacation, and you're getting all kinds of weed, lots of marijuana, and you reach a point where something in your body, and again, they say it's your hypothalamus, being oversaturated with cannabinoids. You just had too much, and it's like coming out.
Which I know some people are like, they don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
Not like, you can have that much, but like you don't think your body could possibly.
Okay, are you ready?
What's the word?
Okay, when you become a little too full, what do?
You throw up.
Vomit.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. When you're on a bad trip, a drug-induced whatever, it might result in you.
You get paranoid.
Start screaming, right? Ladies and gentlemen.
What's the new word?
I would like to introduce you to the scromit.
No. Oh, it's a new word.
It is. Are you ready?
Screaming and vomiting at the same time.
That's exactly what it is.
That's the word. You're like, what works to, how do we verbalize that noise we just heard?
You can't.
Screaming and vomit.
You can't stop screaming and vomiting, but you're doing them both at the same time. You're like,
which, first off, you're really sick then. If that's it. You really need to go somewhere.
You're just like,
it's scromit?
Bro, you need to chill. Like, you're scromiting too much. Somebody needs to, like, you're harshing my mellow. And you're like, where's my mellow? My mellow
Put
is
it back in.
I'm scromiting.
Normally, I only want to scream if I'm
So
throwing
awesome.
up because you're afraid you're not ever going to stop. So,
Nikki, the thing I like about
which would
this
be
is
paranoid.
you think to yourself, like when you're in the middle of throwing up, you think, this is the worst it can get. It can't get any worse than this. And if you're like Nikki, you start to cry because you're afraid you won't be able to stop. Right?
I do.
Here's how Nikki starts her vomiting. She stands at the sink and stomps her feet and
I don't like
vomits
to
into
throw
the
up
sink.
in the toilet.
But sometimes when she's at her weakest, she might throw up in the toilet and then she's crying because is she ever going to stop? But I want you to know, Nikki, that there is now something that is worse.
Screaming and vomiting.
It's something that is so much worse. You could be scromiting. So you can't stop screaming and you're vomiting.
Here's the word of the day. We want you to put that in your conversation. Put it in a conversation somehow today and try to get that out now in your vocabulary.
You're like, how was last night? Oh, I couldn't stop scromiting.
It's like scrumptious? You're like, no. Scromiting.
What do you mean by that? You come home, like you hear your roommate screaming and vomiting. I just want to let you know, like this right here, that is a sounder for vomiting, but I'm going to need some sound engineers to go into these hospitals and start recording the sound of people scromiting.
Screaming
so
over
that
it.
way we'll know, like, oh my gosh, did you see that? And then I was so scromiting.
Okay, no, wait. Actually, bonus points and perhaps a riot gear if you use that when calling sick.
Sorry, I can't stop scromiting. And you know what?
Your boss won't even know to question you because it's like, what is that?
Where is the anti-drug lobby on this? They're in schools like, say no to drugs. And they're like, that's not what they need to do. Just be like, hey, bro, you can hit the drugs and end up doing this.
You want to scream
hours.
while you're vomiting?
You can't do that, sir. Oh, I have video. Let me show you.
The worst of the riot has no expiration date. It's born spoiled. It's the riot on Radio U.
Man, once you start staring at the ugly Christmas sweaters, you can't.
Once you start seeing the selection and it's like a hole, man, you just keep going and they get worse and worse.
I can't stop looking at them.
So again, we're doing a Riot Live event, an ugly Christmas sweater party on December 20th. That'll be on Facebook. If you make sure to follow our pages at Radio U and our Radio U Riot Show page, you'll see them there.
Okay.
When the time comes.
I found this one I really like. It's a Spider-Man one. But, I mean, it's not really ugly, though, is it?
It's just got the...
Is it ugly enough?
It's bold.
Oh, it's bold.
That's what we're kind of looking for. Bold Christmas sweater.
You feel like you could support the purchase of this?
I feel if you did that one, that would fit nicely with our party.
Okay. I like this
You would
one.
actually, I think, wear that more often in December.
More than I probably should.
More than just for our Riot event.
It looks hot, though. And I don't mean hot.
It's because it's a sweater. We never wear sweaters.
Man, tune in 2 weeks to watch Obadiah sweat all night. In fairness, I probably was going to anyway.
You know, when the time comes to promote it, like on our little spots and stuff, why don't you include that? Because that sells it.
We're wearing sweaters, which means I will annoying sweat on that stupid thing.
Just put a T-shirt on underneath it. You can change.
Hey, speaking of annoying, who's got the flu, right? So annoying. You're at home scromiting. Nobody's around. You just wish people would leave you alone. According to this article here, which is one of the most worthless articles you can imagine, America could have one of the worst flu seasons ever. Now, there's something important to notice in that headline. Could have.
Could.
Guess what they don't know? They don't know. They never know.
Well, I actually think they changed the date on this article each year.
Same story.
Same story, same headline. Every year they send this thing out.
Here's what they say, that this year, the big, the flu that everybody's going to be having, that's really exciting, everybody's going to want it, is the H3N2 flu strain. And they say the flu vaccine could only be 10% effective this year.
What if you get a flu and it's not the popular one?
Like you've got that outlier?
Then it's so not cool.
It's the worst. Can you believe this? I got H3N4.
I would totally lie and just say that I have the cool one.
No, doctor, it's H3N2.
Don't tell anybody because I'm posting that I have the other one.
Right. So, I mean, I don't want everybody to be out there thinking I bought the unpopular flu. Mm-hmm. But then again, with the flu, maybe you get it, you go to the mall for a couple days, you make it popular, if you know what I'm saying.
You can spread that around.
Get back there, start scromiting on some of the food court stuff.
I never want to get a flu vaccine shot, but then I also don't want the flu. So I just try to hold my breath through this whole season.
I know, everybody's
I don't get the shot and I don't want the flu.
Everybody's like, don't get the flu vaccine. It's going to kill you, whatever. I was at the doctor and they're like, here, it's free. I'm like, yeah, great. What else you got in the back?
You got one this year?
Yeah.
Might as well then.
I was like, whatever. Just right there.
Well, hopefully with you having that, then I won't get it. It's like if anybody's going to spread it around.
I'll protect you from it. Like, my friend got vaccinated. I'm fine.
It's mostly like if you go to school and you're around people.
Yeah.
Or I guess a workplace. So you're like the barrier.
That's me.
So don't bring it in, and you've got the vaccine.
I'm in a weakened state right now. I've got an abundance of mucus that I'm working with.
You probably actually can't get the flu at this point because you've been so sick with your sinus infection.
Nobody said that. Flu, are you listening? Nikki didn't say that. I didn't say that. We didn't say anything.
Like, challenge accepted. We can totally do this.
Obadiah is not getting the flu this year, but that's because they've remained on good speaking terms. And
wouldn't that be the worst? You've been so sick, and then you get the flu, and you've even had the flu vaccine.
Well, you know what would be really as exciting is if I could get that, what do you say, December 24th? That way I can use all the vacation I have left for the year at home in bed scromiting, and then I'll be just healthy enough to return on January 2nd.
I had that. That was, I think, the last time I really had the flu bad. It was Christmas Day, and I'd open up presents, and my mom was still around. I remember sitting there, and I was near my family. I was on the couch. I was like, And I just remember going, boy, something's wrong. And then I started throwing up. I was like, oh, that's it. I have the flu.
A couple years ago, we had what I still refer to as Vomit Christmas.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's like, 'tis the season.
It wasn't, and the amazing thing was we had thrown a Christmas party, and what we managed to do was get all of our friends and family together, and no one was sick at the time, and we don't know who patient zero was.
But someone was.
But on Christmas Day, everyone was sick.
Yeah.
Except for me, apparently. For whatever reason, I was totally fine. Do you know how hard it is to buy crackers and 7-Up on Christmas Day? I'm going to tell you a true story. I bought a box of crackers for $6.
Because you just had to.
The clerk was like, please don't buy these. Please don't. I was like, no, I got to have them. Just ring it up.
Send your complaints regarding that worst of the riot moment to Fire Obadiah at radiou.com.
How much do you love avocado right now? Nikki, do you eat avocado?
I do. Every so often, I'll go through an avocado toast phase.
You know, I've never done that.
It's good.
I mean, I basically just put avocados in smoothies and, you know, the occasional salad.
Something
put some
like
avocado
that.
in there.
Burrito bowl, something like that.
Okay, so, like, when you make avocado toast, what do you put on it?
It's not too involved. You just toast. Sometimes a light butter before the avocado. That might be overkill.
Butter goes with everything.
Just to smooth down the toast. And then you use avocado, smush it all up. And then sometimes I put like a lemon pepper or just pepper. And then tomatoes.
Oh, I love the sound. Well,
and then
no.
You don't have to. You don't want to. Okay, take that back off. It's fine.
Lemon pepper.
Salt. Put salt on it.
Hey, you know what? You had me at lemon pepper.
And it's actually pretty good.
I like lemon pepper.
Yeah, so that's an option.
It's good.
Or garlic salt, so that's good too.
Okay, all right. Garlic salt. I like garlic salt as well. In fact, garlic salt and lemon pepper are probably my two must-use spices.
Well, why aren't you having this for breakfast?
Avocado toast. I should try it. Well, I'm talking avocado because we got a lady here in Hawaii that has found what they believe may end up being a Guinness World Record-setting avocado.
For the biggest avocado?
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
5.23 pounds.
That's a huge avocado.
I know. It's a heck of a lot bigger than the avocados
is
that
it
I'm
doping
getting.
or what's it doing? Because that's not probably honest.
You think it's going to be banned from the Olympics too?
It can't compete.
Could be one of those things.
Not the winter, but the Summer Olympics. That's a huge avocado.
I know, but the thing is, like, she didn't grow it. She found it.
Just on the ground?
Yeah, which begins to make me wonder, what sort of a secret underground facility exists there in Hawaii that all of the sudden we're growing 5-pound avocados that are, quite frankly, as big as this woman's head?
It looks like...
bigger, maybe.
Yeah, like a giant squash or something. She says that she goes on a walk and she sees avocados every day that you can just kind of pick up. Which you're at first, if you eat avocados, you're like, well, I'm moving there because you're saving money.
Yeah.
But it's still very expensive to live in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's one of the perks of paying $1 million to live in Hawaii is that their avocados
you
just
can
laying
find cheaper
around.
avocados.
Yeah, it's still cheaper to live somewhere else.
Dude, I'd be taking a reusable bag to be smart about that and going every day for a long avocado walk. Coming back with a ton of
I love the idea of, you live in the Midwest, you're like, I'm going to get avocados, I'll be back. You go to the store.
Yeah.
In Hawaii, you're like, I'm going to get avocados, and you just walk around your neighborhood.
I'm going to go walk the dog, go pick some up.
But like a wild avocado, a 5-pound one, don't you think you'd be afraid to eat that?
No way, it'd be fine.
You don't know where it's been.
On the ground in Hawaii. I'd love to be there.
No, I don't know about that, Nikki, because I like food that,
genetically modified?
Yes. That way I know that scientists have worked hard on that food. This is, wild food. It could have dirt on it. That's crazy.
It's usually dirt and poop. It's the two things that make things grow. No one wants to know that, but that's it. That's everything everybody eats.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, I'll be happy to tell you that.
You said it,
not me. It looks delicious, though. Inside looks fine.
And did they cut it open? I didn't see that.
If you scroll down, yes, they did.
I don't know if I'm going to say fine. It looks like a squash.
It's what an avocado looks like. According to this lady, and she had an executive director of the Hawaii Tropical Fruit Growers witness the weighing of the avocado that was sent to Guinness, and they expect to hear back within 2 months.
2 months?
It takes some time.
What are they doing over there at Guinness that you can't even get a phone call back within a week? There's like, I'm sorry, we'll get back to you in 2 months.
2 months. Normally, a Guinness person has to be there to witness it, but they do
There's
not.
somebody from Guinness that's been there for like 40 years, and they're like, used to be we'd get a phone call a week. Once they invented that stupid internet, we can't get anything done around here.
No one wants to be a Guinness record anymore.
So many idiots out there trying to get the world's record for, the biggest avocado that fell out of a tree or the longest time standing with one pinky in the air. YouTube is killing us.
While eating avocado toast.
Could be. So it is a big avocado, and I am a little hungry.
Don't want to talk to the riot? We completely understand. Text instead. 877-2-RADIO-U.
Nikki, do I sound different?
What do you mean?
Do I sound different?
No, you sound the same.
Do I sound more cosmopolitan?
More modern of a man? Mm-hmm. Well, yes, sure.
Do I sound maybe more like a cheapskate? That could actually be what it is.
Could be.
I just signed up for MoviePass.
Well,
I'm doing
good
it.
job.
I want you to know that I had to try multiple times, and it was on the 5th attempt that it finally worked. Because what is
was that a website problem or what?
You know what? It must have something to do with Chrome. I'm on Chrome, and it just kept doing whatever. So I use Safari, which I never use for anything ever.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that Safari,
despite how new and great they always tell you it is,
it's updated. Oh my gosh. Last night, as I'm trying to get Windows 10 fixed on my computer, I install Chrome. I make it the default. And when I go to make it the default, it goes, "Are you sure? Please." It was like, please give, what is the Windows 10 browser?
Internet Explorer?
Zoom or something stupid. Like, I can't Edge. That's
Edge.
it. Like, you should give Edge a chance. It's like, no, I'm not going to give Edge a chance.
It practically begs you.
It did. It was like, oh, are you sure? Oh, want that stupid old Chrome. We've got Edge.
Even as
Listen
an
how
Apple,
edgy it is. It's built right in.
Even as an Apple person, I can't even do Safari. So.
No, it's just out. But Safari did finally get it to work. So, Movie Pass, $9.95. They say I'll have my card in 5 to 7 business days.
Oh, and you can't go until you have a card, or can you use the app?
Nope, can't go. It actually requires you have to have the card and the app. And those work together. I don't know how. Whatever. We'll find out. The other question. Well, yeah, it's 2-level authentication. The only question.
Physical in the app.
The only question I have left about it is, the movie theater that we go to, and most movie theaters are getting this way. You have to choose your seat. Mm-hmm. So, when I get there, do I choose my seat? Does it choose it for me? I don't like that.
You'll have to. Yeah, I guess you'll have to wait.
If it chooses it for me, I'm not going to be happy about that.
Okay, well, that's noted. Well, I can't do anything about that, but you'll probably have to buy them when you get there.
I need to call Josh again and have another conversation because he and I are seat buddies now. So I'll have to be ready for that.
So it's like, where's Obi? I can't find him. He might be using Movie Pass.
I might be. You know what, though? I am a little concerned that, as Nikki said, this is going to sound like this really great idea, and then I won't use it. Mm-hmm. But you know what, Nikki? I can cancel it anytime.
Okay, great.
Which means that should only...
I can't tell you how many times we hear this.
Cancel anytime. That's a
lie. All the things we sign up for.
That is such a lie.
And we're just like, yeah, sure, it's fine. And then, like your local cable provider had we're doing this new thing. It's just app only for an inexpensive price, and you can cancel anytime.
Give me 60 seconds on that, okay? It's Spectrum.
Ready, set. Oh, you're going to just say it.
And you know what they said? They sent me this thing where they're like, try our new Spectrum streaming service. It's $20 a month, et cetera, et cetera. And the big thing was cancel at any time. Uh-huh. And the rep told me repeatedly I could cancel online. Sign up for it. It's $19.95. Oh, I'm sorry. There's an $8 surcharge for local channels. Oh, I don't want those. No, you have to have those. So it's really $27.95. No, it's not. It's $19.95, but you have to pay this $8. Okay? Then here are the rest of the fees. I'm up to $35 for the $19 service.
So you want to cancel it, which you could do anytime online.
Anytime. Go online to cancel. Of course, there's no option anywhere. End up in a chat with a rep, and they're like, you can't cancel online. Like, hang on. You said I could. No, you can't. Whoever said that was...
Hold the chat line.
Hold the keyboard. Because you have to call this number. And I said, you specifically said I didn't have to do that. Sir, I can't cancel. I want to cancel it with you right now. I can't do that. I had to call them. And they're like, please don't leave.
Because they get someone who sounds like your grandma on the phone to get you to not cancel.
Well, let's hope
It's a game.
Let's hope that was 70 seconds. But let's hope that Movie Pass doesn't work that way.
It's different. We don't like when we have to cancel things.
Let's hope it works. Period.
Thanks for listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh no! I missed it! Do it again!
You can hear us live every day on the Radio U network through the Radio U app or at riot.radiou.com.
I'll put on a diaper and take a picture of a baby in a diaper.